Hello everyone, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. And I know it's been a while, it's just, I don't know, I kinda lost, not the will to play this game, but it was also in the back of my mind. It was just making room for it in my schedule. Now it's finally here again. What brought me back was definitely this handsome face over here, but we can talk about that later. Because we just have to continue right now, with where we left off.
You've got dads.
So as far as I remember, we have now gone 2 dates with Craig, 2 dates with Matt, 2 dates with Brian, 2 dates with Robert. So we have 3 eligible eligible maybe not, Joseph is married after all. But we have 3 possibilities here left for dates, and we're just gonna continue on with Damien. How do you do? I finally managed to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I'll try my best to understand. I love long strolls through the graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of your own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. And I mean, at least we have black cats in common, or cats in general. So, yes. I am looking forward to this. This is perhaps the one I thought I would have least in common with, except for Robert, the bad boy. Yeah, Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get him to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's statbook page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien is typing. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee, and the computer finally dings. I can't wait for this. Lush, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter for. As you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me as gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden. Shall it please you? Till then, adieu, yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda! Can you help me with something?
Aww.
Dad! For the last time, I'm not popping your back. Gross! I don't even let my boyfriend do that for me. No, can you interpret this for me?
Huh.
It's obvious, though, he wants you to come over for afternoon tea and walking in the garden. I mean, duh. I just don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how your kids communicate with each other right now? Oh, totally. That's a hot new thing. See, Dad, kids got over saying LOL and LMLMAO or whatever, and decided that what needed to do was to bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What?
Yeah.
Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? Dad, how will address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Of course. So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me. I read Pride and Prejudice, I don't remember those words. Like, admittedly, it's a few years back now, but like, the first 5 pages, and then I read a review of the movie. Still got a B, though. Hey, good navigation of school, because that's usually what I did too. Amanda Panda. Amanda reads over me and types on the keyboard.
Yes.
Sure thing, dude. Regards, Lush. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. Oh god, I'm never going there. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. I guess you can't really call it a house. It's more of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. Well, there's this thing. I pull the large, ornately carved bat-set door knocker back, and a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike it against the door. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer. Foyer? noting the oil paintings of whom I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. Ooh, I like them. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? And where's Damien? Lodge, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked?
Oh.
I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right.
Oh.
Please, let me show you around. Okay, not scared at all. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and then the parlor again for some reason.
Oh.
This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We walk past the door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. That must be his son. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know what rebellious teenage years are. Onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is a library, also known as the creepy butterfly room. Sunlight streams in from floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. I get it, though. I wish I had a library. Look at the butterflies. I walk up to the glassy place of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pin them all myself. Maybe I could show you how sometime. I'm concerned I would stick the pin in through my finger. The pinner's gambit. Is that really a thing? No. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. He sees and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. Damn! Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly out of a full-length window? Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. And then we pick up a book, of course. You know, Lodge, in the Victorian era, there was some controversies surrounding reading. Many people thought that the more tawdry novels would encourage youth into a life of crime and would cause too much for distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants. Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book for my private collection. Please, will you join me for tea? Yes. I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set up upon a beautiful, tired silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What? It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the later time of the day, that the working class had to enjoy tea, and the height of the tables on which they were served. Oh, my dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative, and also kind of like douchey to say. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. Okay, I don't really think I'm gonna call him a goth, but I like your cape. It's a cloak, actually, but thank you. Victorian fashion is very important to me. You pull it off quite well. Oh, thank you. Well, you pull it off, huh? Regardless of my historical learnings, it's very important to me to present myself well. It has taken a long time to come up with a style that's both true to form and representative of myself, but I'm very happy with how I dress. I do get some strange looks, yes, but it's something that brings me a great deal of joy, so I don't mind. To be able to wake up in the morning, pick from my closets a variety of cloaks, waistcoats, top hats, and even blinders that are appropriate for the period feels amazing. Binder as in like, ooh, chest binders? Cool, I wouldn't have realized that actually. You wear top hats? You don't? What got yourself interested in goth stuff? I didn't want to use the word goth though. Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city?
Ah.
I don't get this either. I'd love to see more. I don't get that. Like, take me to see a marching band. Is that like a common thing? Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and culture of those who came before us, I think. I totally agree. History is a great thing to study. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. Me too. I can acknowledge there were many terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be, admittedly, horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest. To be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Lars, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do. But I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive. Please do tell me about your hobbies. Oh boy, quick sound, sophisticated. I love me some word jumbles. The written word fascinates me. We spend so much time using words, you know, and I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer. In a sense. We finish our tea and finger sandwiches.
How delightful.
Come, I have one more thing to show you. Ooh, it's a garden. That's really beautiful, actually. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other plant it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off of a vine. Lilium bulbiferum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? Thou art the tightest. 3 chairs for sweet revenge, my loins are in place. I guess that was wrong. The orange lily is actually symbolic of pure hatred. Well, okay, and that's precisely why floral arrangements are so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Actually, I like sunflowers. Because they remind me of sunshine, and then you can eat the seeds as a delicious snack, and they're beautiful, and they grow super tall. Well, I'm sorry! Practical choice, my ass. My stomach grumbles. Oh man, I want sunflower seeds. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. You would put together a bouquet for me? Nobody's ever given me a bouquet before. Same! I actually don't want one. Like, flower things are just, they're gonna die. Like, so give me a plant instead that I can actually keep alive. I follow Damon down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Lars, will excuse me. I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it. This makes me wish I had put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle! Oh, is
Fix
that...
that guard.
Wait. Oh, no, what the... Okay, I'm sorry, can't we just... So what's wrong? No, I'm so stressed. Why doesn't that fit though? It's supposed to fit! Oh.
Goal!
Whew! Whew! Okay, I'm never gonna do that again. I'm never gonna touch a gargoyle. But hey, we fixed it. I finally figured out that we could, like, split it too. Whew, that was a close one. Well, here comes Damien. He looks upset.
Ah!
Last, my sincerest apologies, so I kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. Hey, no problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien buries the hem of his coat with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have... Well, his teacher needs me to come down to the school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lord Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go! Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien! You're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo. Oh, what is it this time? This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the dusty corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading into the darkness. Watch your step. There are faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. We find another teacher in the boiler room tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me! Lucian tried to kill me! The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa. Wait a second. Lucian, did you try to... cask of Amontillado? Ernest? I'm neither confirming or denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him, What's cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down into his cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So, wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while he was slowly built a tomb around it? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because I was an idiot, but then he realized that I had lied about wine. And you were cackling manically. That sort of tipped me off. Ernest, 20 minutes? Whoa. It took you 20 minutes? Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit of the cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages in the review of the movie. Oh. Huh? I was about to say, is there a movie of that? Because I can come and see that. It's only 5 pages long, and there is no movie. Ha, yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this is me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in literature, and I did, so I don't see a problem. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever this was. Again, you two are both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian, high five. The teacher starts to stump up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for mediation. Your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin to drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether you want to or not. But I care about you, and I can see that you're struggling. So if you do decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Maybe you can spend next week looking for a summer job. Oh wait, that was Damien talking. Maybe you can spend this week looking for a summer job, I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. Oh, that's kind of nice. Oh, I love you, son. Cute. Love you too. Oh, that's even more adorable. That was actually a pretty nice handle, though, of the Damien, I would say. I mean, I'm a teacher. I've never had anyone try to entomb somebody. I have experienced a lot of shit. And I have experienced some parents perhaps reacting very wrongly to what students do, but this was actually pretty okay. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright, and all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. I really admired how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favors. It rarely does. You're a good dad. Oh, eggplants. See you around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo! What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers Extreme Edition, Ghost Hunting Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. Dad! Come on, say it. I told you I wanted a two-bed, two-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg! Why don't you just get a regular-sized house? I don't know. How did afternoon tea go? It got strange. He had to go to the school to pick up Lucian, since he tried to. He lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of fine vintage and then tried to break him into the wall. Right? How did you know that? Has everyone read this story except for me? Lucian livestreamed the entire thing. That Damien guy is a character, but he's really good company, and is a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Whew, first date done with Damien. It was more charming than I thought. Eh? Eh? Yes.
That was the jammiest bits of jam.
You.
I'm not quite sure what that one means. I read it in an article once about the Victorian era.
Love it. The jammiest of jams, but you don't really know what that
Welcome.
means.
You've got
We're
dads.
just going to continue on with Damien, actually. I'm kind of stoked about this now. We're going to do 2 days with him this episode. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up that book and start writing him a message when Amanda walks in the door. Dad, got a letter. Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment, folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, the dude goes all out. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, Dearest Lush, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing, rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. And for that, I thank you. That said, Losh, if you'll allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema followed by a moonlit stroll would be of your taste. I eagerly await your response with great respect, Damien Bloodmarch. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Wow. He's good. So you're gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message him on that book and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut. You have to write him back, a real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon. Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. Will you help me? Because I need to class this shit up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like, then enclose them in the letter. Oh, that's classy. He doesn't like a romantic comedy, or doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration into the NUI of existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. There's just a lot of little vampire titties. Ooh, I like it. Let's watch it. Let's see here. Oh, do you have to write this? Yes, we do. Good morrow to you on this fine eve. I do hope that the letter finds you in good health. Good one. What's next? Hey, remember when your son tried to cast off arm on Tonilla, that kid? I must confess that my amateur control of the written word. I did very much enjoy the imagery. The earnest shit was produced. It find me in good spirits, but I felt very much the same after our last encounter. Yeah, true art takes time. Like Bruegel's landscape at the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. With a strange turn of events, I found myself enamored of the sensational atmosphere. Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets to the movies. It would be my great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Smooth. Going into cinema is a classy move. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Namaste! Best wishes, Lash. Ooh, full name. What can I say that about? Oh, never mind. Well, that was not a full name though, but still. Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. Damien, I do hope that this letter finds you in good health. I must confess of my amateur control of the written word, as well as my even more amateur penmanship. Your letter found me in good spirits, for I felt very much the same after our last encounter. Like Bruegel's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. It would bring me great pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Enclosed, you'll find 2 tickets to Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies, which I'm sure you will find both titillating and enjoyable. Best wishes, me. Ugh, Amanda, stop messing with me.
Yes.
That wasn't authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. I'll just seal it. You got to have a wax seal. She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's the other thing? Yeah, but like, what will it look like? A little kitten with a bow on its head. Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. Yeah, we have to deliver it. I already called my guy for carrier pigeon. You have weird contacts, Amanda. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony, they're no good. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished. Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around when I'm supposed to meet with Damien. Next day, he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit, and I show up to the theater a little bit early. It's a chilly night, and the theater is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. You almost gave me a heart attack. How long were you there for?
Ah!
I don't know. I just woke up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it going to rain soon? I didn't hear anything. What?
Oh my.
What? Regardless, the hours grow close.
Hmm.
Shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please, allow me to repay you the deed in Sour Patch Kids, or perhaps something I didn't get to read before I clicked it over. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. Ugh, my dad's here. I turn around to find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theater. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends. Whatever, Dad. And what movie will you be attending tonight? My friends are making me see some kid movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it. Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies.
Oh my.
You? Watching that? Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it. Ha! Good luck with that, Dad. Lucian rejoins his friends and I look over to Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. I wait in line a little longer and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little bit nervous. I wonder what's wrong. He's probably terrified of horror movies. Damien and I take our seats and settle in for the previews. Glancing at him, I see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Is everything okay? Everything is perfectly fine. I am so excited for this film. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary arts. The scarier the art, the better. Yeah, he's terrified of horror movies. Do you have a favorite horror movie? Of course, I have a favorite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Oh, interesting. That's odd. I don't seem to remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would expect them to bring up some sort of strange foreign horror film that I've never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. Well, whiter. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies?
What?
You must be joking. I love horror movies. The lights dim for the film. Damien screams. I apologize. I was thinking about something far scary in this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. I offer Damien some licorice, and he takes one. I take note of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sit up in a coffin. Awaken, my coven. Two more vampires slide the tops of their stone coffins onto the floor. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. The three look at each other, and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade. This rules. The trio of vampires flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow get lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. We get to a tense moment of the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Romulus, it's finally good to finally meet you. General, I agree. It's good to finally blood you.
What?
Romulus leaps out and slashes at the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood.
Oh my.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic, and I got to an extremely scary section. Damien goes back and quietly stresses out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit that he's afraid of it. It's not, though. Like, just be honest. I don't get it. Like, even on first dates, I would, because it's like technically the first date, I would argue. I would just still be like, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna watch a horror movie. I can't. I will die. I hate it. Like, my boyfriend, for example, he hates horror movies. Like, even though Halloween is approaching, we were invited away to a few of my friends to watch a horror movie. I love horror movies. It's my favorite genre of movies. I love getting scared. But he still refuses to watch one with me. And we've been together for like 2 years. I wish he would hold my hand again. Maybe I could do something to try to make him feel more comfortable. I've got it! I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. Point at a plot hole. Did you notice how that guard fights 7 bullets but his gun only holds 6? Yes, that is absolutely unforgivable from a filmmaking standpoint. It's almost unwatchable. It's funny how much easier it is to point out tiny mistakes in the works of others than it is to actually go create your own thing, huh? Hey, look! That's an anachronism! I don't really know what that is. The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly. If only a few whimpers from Damien. Maybe he would have liked a romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie, where Romulus Bad Blood and the General's wife embrace each other in its crypts. It appears that the true vampire crusade was the vampire crusade in our hearts. Our cold and beating hearts. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out.
What?
Hard. The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen. But then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Carmela, who watch the two from afar. Oh no! Twist ending! Our bloodline has been pure for 1,000 years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next vampire crusade. Free evil must die again! More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again and a bloody question mark over now accompanies the end. Oh, that's so corny. I love it. I would totally watch that movie. Damien and I walk out of the movie theaters amidst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He is a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated. What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it's pretty good. A lot of more vampire studies than I thought it would be. Come, the night is young. Let's take a stroll. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the walk and the cool night air. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theater. Actually, like, night walks are actually surprisingly good as long as they are like my optimal night walk is in a town, city, and then it has to be like kind of warm and you can just walk and it doesn't feel like you're actually spending any energy walking because it's just so comfortable to walk. I love that feeling. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn, okay, here comes a smooth response. Cool, thanks, okay. Thanks. No problem. Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. I once had a girl tell me once that she liked me. My reply was, "You have really weird taste." That was my honest response. Of course, I'm a gay man, so like, what can you expect? But still, she didn't know that, poor thing. Are you getting a little hungry? Maybe we could stop off and grab something to eat? Oh, very not, friends. I have a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery? What? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavor, Lars. Trust me. A little bit nervous, but Damien hasn't let me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow the path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us, and I gotta hand it to him. For being in a cemetery, it is strangely romantic. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and picnic baskets. Wait, where are you hiding that? Under my cloak. Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine and a fine selection of... What? Where? This is a skinny dude. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks, or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question though. How are you so okay with being in the graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
What?
I wasn't. He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head, really. I've never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films, so I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't even know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I'd only known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I did actually find myself enjoying this one thanks to your help. Graveyards of them. I think there's something rather beautiful about that. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separated from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. To sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to be truly alive in the midst of so much death, brings me great comfort. Okay, do not bring me on a date, Damien. That's all I have to say. Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but it actually feels very peaceful. Suddenly, it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance, I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that? I'm not sure. It notices us. It's probably a sun, right? I'm paralyzed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us. Its shape taking more of an animal form, more feral. I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature is getting closer, moving faster. Ruff! Oh! It's a dog. As it finally comes into the light, the friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier we've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's fur happily. Oh, what a beautiful dog. Hey! We both look up, not expecting to see Robert. Thanks. Robert, what are you doing here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids. What? What? I didn't know you had a dog.
Oh.
This isn't my dog. I found her wandering in the streets, put a leash on her, and now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids.
Oh.
Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese, though. Oh, not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his cloak and procures a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Oh, cute. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his question mark dog disappears into the darkness again. Damien stares after. I didn't know you liked dogs. Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog, such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice too. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. Cats are better, though. I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to its feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out of the graveyard. As we begin to walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to the doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Damien, it was my pleasure. Lash, if you'll allow me, it would bring me great joy to offer you a token of my affection. You're gonna kiss me. That was a handkerchief? Wow, thank you, Damien. I will use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. I'm gonna save this as passing ships. Ooh, eggplants! I was gonna use it to dry the tears for those I've lost. It's a noble thing. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you. Someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. Damien blushes, hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. I unlock the door and step inside. Aww. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window, Amanda Panda? Yeah, she was. Okay, yes. How was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Damien was scary cool. Yep, he's cool. So cool it's scary. Do you know that graveyards used to be places to throw parties? I think I'm misremembering that indeed. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute though. How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? Or can I be so sure that you're not a werewolf? Anyway, I'm calling it for tonight. Don't stay up too late, will you? I'll try not to. Can you just get to bed already? Date complete. I mean, this is another S though, isn't it? Or at least an A.
Are you familiar with the works of Corey Feldman? He simply slayed in The Lost Boys.
No, I'm not. But hey, we did pretty well. Not with the Victorian thing though, but like, is Mandels actually a term?
You got dads.
Okay, so we have finished 2 dates with Damien. Next episode, it's 2 dates with Hugo, then 2 dates with Joseph, which I'm not looking forward to because Joseph is a fool. Anyways, I've been a wedding gamer. I'm trying to find my dream daddy, and I'll see you in the next episode where I'll get one step closer to finding my dream daddy. So until then, bye bye.